miles away, I don't proceed to keep them at a door. Control things are far away. It took a long way to leave this hollow and frozen place. It took a long way from where I just lost my way. It took a long way to feel the sun once again. It took a long way far away from home to find another one.
Hey papi, what I wish, yeah, you're my favorite dish. Can I get a taste, baby, can I get a lick? No entiendo mi Spanglish, but you can read my body language. Yeah, my body fell in love with
3 months they kept me in a cold fever. Stop hurting yourself by being a hopeless believer. I was sick, I was blind for the memories of you and I was so sure that we could survive it.
Yo, hey everybody! Thank you guys for tuning in. This is the Shelter Uncut Podcast, episode number 6. How you guys doing today? Hope everybody's all right. This is Kengi over here.
The CP hollering in.
All right. So CP man, tell me what's been going on with you this week, man? Well, last week, rather.
Man,
What's going on?
last week, not too much there. Went back to work, finally after a couple of, months. It was pretty trying, but I enjoyed it. I always enjoy my work. Made a little money. Came back home, got me some rest.
That's good, man. So you going back to work since the whole coronavirus thing? It feel good to start working again. Really.
Well, there's always somebody that, they have to be on the move all the time. And they can't just go to their home. When they out of state, they got to go somewhere. Hey, we provide a shelter, as you would say, and we take care of them as best we can. With this corona, you got to be serious about it. And, when I go into work, I have to wear a mask and gloves at all times before I even step into the building.
Yeah.
So, they're making sure we got all types of stickers and stuff, 6 feet distance, and we got all types of glass and stuff up over the front desk and over at the bar. You can't even sit at the bar. You can order a drink at the bar. They pass it to you like they passing it out like fast food. They put it through a little window. Then they take your payment, and then you go on and sit in the lobby. So that's what I do. I'm a cocktail server. If they wanted to go, they go to the bar. If they want to sit down, they come to the lobby. That's where I come in.
Well, man, I miss the old days.
Can't even sit at the bar no more.
Can't do none of that stuff you used to do no more, man. But
nope.
Man. But I'm glad you're back working and everything, man. That's good news.
It's good to be
good
back.
News. For me, man, I had my brother's graveside.
Yeah.
So ceremony and so forth this week. That was kind of tough, man. From dealing with this situation, my brother passed away actually in March 26th. And we weren't able to actually celebrate his, not celebrate, but at least, have some type of ceremony or anything else because of this whole corona situation. And the planning and trying to get everything together. And it's a little stressful. I didn't necessarily want to even put myself in any of the plans that was going on because I just felt like, man, it's kind of difficult to, I started to understand why we have funerals. Because when somebody passes away, you need to kind of have that way to really say goodbye and release them in some kind of shape or form. And we didn't necessarily get that right away. It just was prolonged for a very long time because my brother's a veteran and so forth. So for him, he was getting buried and so forth at the VA cemetery.
Did they give him a 21 gun salute?
They did. They
Nice.
did. So he was getting buried at cemeteries, but they told us we couldn't have our funerals or anything like that until now. So actually his birthday. So on Mondays we went to the graveside ceremony. That actually was his birthday. But that was the only time that it was available for us to actually get on there and actually do anything at that point. So, for me, it was difficult to kind of not necessarily be able to kind of, go through that particular process quicker. The long drawn out situation that we deal with Corona, it kind of kept everything like a little too fresh in your mind.
Yeah.
So it wasn't necessarily easy to handle,
Yeah.
But all in all, I think my family's they're doing all right. They're processing everything. Everyone's accepting what it is, and we're trying to live our life and live with purpose. So that's what we've been doing, man. That's how my week was. It was a little bit of up and down, a little stressful. Been a little bit more difficult for me getting sleep. I haven't gotten much sleep this week at all. But I'll get there eventually. That's for sure.
Yeah.
I'm exhausted right now. I don't know if y'all know. Y'all can see it in my eyes. They're dim.
I can see it. I can see it. You looking real slim-eyed right about now.
I
don't even know if you half awake or not.
My hello to y'all. Y'all should have caught that hello. That hello was dead. I apologize for the dead hello. It's gonna change next episode, I promise. But honestly, yeah, it's just out of it. Emotionally exhausted, physically exhausted, all of that, just out of it. So
all type of exhausted.
Yes, but we're gonna continue to go ahead and do what we got to do, get the job done. Yeah. That's the promise of everything. Don't wallow in it. By any
means necessary.
That's right. We don't wallow in it. We're gonna get the job done. So we're gonna get on with the show. Now I know some of you guys have seen the title of the show, episode 6. It's Mike Tyson's Punchout 2020. Now, I'm assuming some of you guys have seen that Mike Tyson is going to be definitely coming back. He's been sitting there training and working hard. Let me show you guys what he's been doing, man. He's been going at it, training hard, man. Definitely training. Mike Tyson is 50 something years, so I'm gonna say 54, 53. We'll get his correct details before the end of the show, but if you look at this man move, this man fight, and just hitting these pads,
it's a beast.
It still look like he's gonna. I feel like they fast forwarded this video, man. This guy
still can move.
Yes, you see, he knocked the guy down. He hit the guy in the pads, and the guy was just laid on the ropes. That wasn't intentional,
He was taking a rest.
and this next video, you see Roy Jones Jr. over here working those the speed bags, and they slowed it down real slow so you can really get a view of how fast he still got his speed looks like. I think this is going to be interesting because as a fan of both Mike Tyson and Roy Jones Jr., man, you always have this big thing. You look at it and say, man, I want to see Mike Tyson fight Muhammad Ali. I wish that could happen. But it was always this big age gap, and then I want to see Mike Tyson fight, Roy Jones Jr. back in 03, but we didn't get that because Mike Tyson at that point was getting out of there. He wasn't trying to really, fight professionally anymore.
So I'm trying to retire.
Yeah. And so we're sitting there, watching watching all our greats in boxing, and we're like, man, I wish this person can fight this person. I wish George Foreman was young, because I want to see George Foreman fight Mike Tyson. Even though George Foreman said he couldn't fight Mike Tyson, I want to see George Foreman fight Mike Tyson, man. I want to see a lot of these new guys fight Mike Tyson in his prime back in the day, man. But we don't get to see that,
You better put them in their place.
Yeah, that's what I feel. I feel like it's a different kind of monster to him, That
stay in your lane. Stay in your lane, motherfucker.
Yeah, I think if Mike Tyson, I mean, and this is one of the things. I think Mike Tyson is in his prime mentally right now, but not physically, but in his prime mentally. So, like, if he had the same mindset that he has now back then, Mike Tyson would be a ridiculous boxer. His IQ
Are you sure he's in the right state of mind? Are you sure? Well,
that's what I'm gonna talk about as well, because I don't have that video to show, but Mike Tyson had this one video, and it was shown like maybe about 8 months ago. He was doing an interview with somebody, and he was sitting in that interview crying hard because the dude in the interview, because he was like, "Hey man, I stopped fighting. I'm no longer doing what I used to do. I used to be a beast. I used to feel like I can just go and just kill somebody if I need to. I can hurt them. I can do whatever I want to. I can unleash however I'm feeling right now, but I can't. And I feel like a bitch." That's what he said. He said he felt like a bitch because he could not go out and actually like just hurt people whenever somebody ticked him off. Yeah. he couldn't do what he wanted to do. Yeah. And so I look at that to this day and I'm like, man, that's his mindset. It's like, hey, I need to and I want to hurt somebody, and I can't do that anymore. That's what's inside me. That's what's inside him. That's a different kind of animal. That's a different kind of beast altogether.
Mufasa.
But that's a different type of beast altogether, man. Altogether, that's a different type of person. Because, as a mentally, I wonder if he's all there, but like I kind of feel like the progress he's made throughout the years, and him going through his situations where he's talking to everybody about how he's actually feeling and how and what he's going through, I think now it's like way better than it used to be. I think people are actually calling Mike Tyson nice and great person to be around. Back then it was, hey man, Mike Tyson coming. All right, man, sit up straight, man. Everybody stand tall. Like don't look him straight in the eye. That.
Damn.
You can get hurt right now if you look him in the eye. Don't look him in the eye. That's
Keep
what.
Your head down.
That's what people saw from Mike Tyson. It was scary to deal with or look at or think about Mike Tyson in any shape or form, because if you look at Mike Tyson and think about it, you're like, yo, this dude right here gonna hurt you.
Yeah, he might knock your ass out.
But so, and
you
I
wake
think
up 5 days away from Sunday.
Yeah, and I think that's a big change by itself. And then he's in a lot of movies and so forth too. He gets to be blacks. Hangover.
Hangover, yeah.
Which he gets to be funny, and it works.
Yeah, he got a chance to be funny, and he seems nice now.
And they gave Mike Tyson the Mike Tyson Mysteries TV show. It was like a kind of a cartoon. I remember that just now. Yeah. But he's had improvements. He's had improvements. So I feel like mentally, if he was where he is now compared to where he was then, it'd be a much better place. But at the same time, I wonder, because how he was 8 months ago, him sitting there crying on camera and expressing how he felt about himself, not being able to fight at the level he wants to fight, or not even be able to fight at all. Is he going to be okay? I think that this fight is more. It's more helpful to him because he wants to really really fight. But then I kind of wonder, man, what are you gonna do when you get to a point where you can't get you physically can't get into the ring no more?
You
Where
can't
does
get your
Mike
rocks
Tyson
off.
go from there? Yeah, where does Mike Tyson go from there? So I think that like when people do these kind of things, man, you start considering, okay, well, when do I stop? Should I stop? I love doing this, but should I stop?
Consider your health.
Yeah, I was watching this deal with George Foreman. He was actually talking about this Mike Tyson fight, and George Foreman was like, he was saying to himself, he says, "Hey, I looked at that video, and I can tell you right now, even though everybody's excited to see how fast he's moving, how powerful he looks, he said he's not 100%. You can look at him. He said the left leg is not, it doesn't have any power coming from his left legs at all. He's got it from the right, but his left is not there at all. He's noticing all those little things. He says he looks at it from a very, very different aspect than everybody else looking at, who's not a professional boxer or somebody who hasn't been doing it for a very long time. And you can looking at Mike Tyson, and you can see his problems that he has physically, that he's trying to do, by how much pressure he's putting down his feet, how he's walking around, moving into his punches. He can look at it and tell that Mike Tyson necessarily isn't in the best shape to still be doing this deal. And so you got to come to a point to where you wonder, hey, should he be doing this? Should he not be doing this? What should he be doing right now? But I'm happy that he's doing it as a fan, because definitely I like watching Mike Tyson knock.
Yeah. You was headed to say.
There's no way to say, no other way to say that.
I like watching him knock motherfuckers out. That's on his resume. Sir, you want a job? What do you do? I knock motherfuckers out. That's what I do.
That's it. Like, that's what you expect. You don't expect Mike Tyson to do nothing but that right there. Just knock him out. Get him out of here. We don't want to care. We don't care. You know, but I also wonder about...
He ain't at McDonald's talking about, would you like some fries with that? Nah, fuck that. I knock niggas out.
And so, I mean, on that end, you know, we get over to Roy Jones. And both of them, like, and I look at Roy Jones, now the difference between Mike Tyson and Roy Jones is Mike Tyson really started training hard, like, recently. You know, but Roy Jones has been staying in shape with a lot of other things. But he doesn't necessarily have, him himself is just starting like seven weeks before a fight to train for a fight. And according to what I looked on the highlights is Mike Tyson is gonna eat this dude alive. What I'm looking at on highlights. But I think about, hey, you know, like I watched the video of the whole thing with, you know, with the punching and everything else. And then when you look at this video, you know, you look at it and you say, man, Mike Tyson is not going to be, Mike Tyson's going to hurt this dude. Because his speed, the power of everything, the way it looks. But then you look at Roy Jones and you don't see him really doing no extensive training. You see him hitting the speed bag. You know, you don't see him doing worrying about stamina.
He got weight bags on himself, you know.
Yeah, that's
like,
about it.
Some weight training, but nah, you ain't really.
I ain't seen him do no. I need to see him move on his feet as fast as he does. He can still do with his hands. His hands can move. He can still come in there and you know, lay somebody out and move, get, you know, with the punches. But I haven't seen his body move. I haven't seen him dance around like he used to, and like you know evade like he used to. So I need to see him being able to do that. He comes in and he shows like he does the movements, but I need to see you actually like hitting it quick, showing me some body movements. If I see him with some actual body movement, I feel like, okay, this ain't gonna be as easy as it looks for Tyson right now. But I haven't seen that from him.
Well, that's what I'm saying. All that weight on him, I think that's what's going to make him quicker. He's sitting there and he's moving as fast as he can in that weight equipment. It's a full body weight equipment. So he's moving as fast as he can. Once that shit drop off of his ass, you might just get to see that.
Possibly, man. So let's look at this
Yeah.
tail. Let's look at this tail of the tape, man. And so what we got here, we got Mike Tyson on one side and Roy Jones Jr. on the other side. So we got their ages. Mike Tyson is 54. Roy Jones 51. Mike Tyson had 58 professional fights, and he won 50 of them. Roy Jones did 75 fights. He won 66 of them. Mike Tyson knocked out 44 people. Roy Jones knocked out 47. All right, you got Mike Tyson lost only 6 times. Roy Jones lost 9 times. All right, the very last professional fight that Mike Tyson had was in 2005 of June. Roy Jones' last professional fight was in 2018. So it's
I
kind of
say those statuses neck and neck, goddamn.
yeah, it's a lot of things to look at. Like, and then they very close on the height, but only like Roy Jones is only 1 inch taller. But Roy Jones also has like more reach. He got 3 inches of reach, more reach than Mike got. He also you got to look at it too that he's Roy Jones has won a belt in 3 different weight classes, from lightweight, middleweight, and heavyweight champion. So
what about Mike? He just been heavyweight all the damn time?
yes.
Oh, well, that's what I'm saying. Stay in your lane, player. Stay in your lane.
So that's my point. So it's you gotta I don't really want to say Mike is gonna lose this. Mike is gonna lose this, but I kind of feel he might. But I want Mike to win because I feel like Mike needs to win this mentally because of everything that he's going through and what he's been saying for the past few months. I think Mike needs to win this, and I don't know if Roy Jones is listening to me, but if you all listen to me, man, throw the fight. Let Mike win this.
Dirty. That's some dirty pool, old man.
Let Mike win this. Come back and do a second version of this fight. Make some more money, and then fight hard. But I need Mike to win. I think Mike needs to win. Just to help himself mentally. I don't think Mike can take this loss right now.
I just want both of them to come out alive because
The
between the punches that are thrown
and
man.
the age that they're at.
Yes.
I've been wondering all that too.
Okay, so say for instance, I'm just throwing this in the mix. Sorry. All right, this Corona thing. Are they gonna be fighting with masks over their face?
No.
Yeah.
None of the athletes, any sport, are actually wearing the mask in the during the competition.
Okay.
No, they're not doing. So they're wearing masks around the arenas. They're wearing masks around when they're in the bubbles and little areas. Like NBA has all their players in what they call a bubble of a safe zone, perhaps. So like they have their own hotel rooms they got to stay in. They can't go in and out of the bubble, or they'll be in trouble for going out of the bubble. I think one NBA player got in trouble for going to a strip club. I forgot which player it was. He went to a strip club or whatever, and they took pictures of him.
Don't tell nobody else.
But no, he went to a strip club with an artist, and the artist took a picture of him and the guy at the strip club. And he got reported back to the NBA, and it was like, what are you doing out of the bubble?
Spotted by the paparazzi again. The paparazzi, those bastards.
Another life lesson. Don't do things that allow you to snitch on yourself. Okay? You're telling on yourself. Please
stop
don't
snitching people on yourself.
Please don't tell on yourself. That's like very, very, very important. You guys need to stop snitching on yourself. Stop doing things that's going to get you in trouble. All right,
Yeah.
because it's very simple situation right now. To
Hmm.
he could have went to the strip club, not took so many people, told everybody, say, hey, no pictures. But nah, let me take a picture of you. Yeah, let's go ahead and do this. It's just a picture on Instagram with a million people seeing it.
Man, damn all that. Just plan in advance. Oh, you gonna be in Toronto? Yeah. Can I buy that strip club for the night? Just so for some private time for me,
now,
please.
now I will say I don't know what they're doing to like anymore. I'm assuming that they're wearing their mask and stuff when they get to the arena or wherever
Uh
they're
huh.
fighting. I don't even know how many people are allowed to actually see this fight. I need to look into that.
Damn.
But
They gotta sit chair like 6 chairs apart or some shit.
I'm assuming that's what they would do. But I don't really know how many people can see the fight. I do know that it's gonna be viewable online, so you can watch it online. I do know that, but I don't know
That's what's
exactly
up.
what's gonna happen. I do know I'm going to be watching it. You know, I do know I'm going to be watching it. Now,
I'm sorry, I'll
most
probably be at work.
most of the time, well, good for you. Most of the time, most of the time, I will say
Cheers.
this: that most of the time, I feel that these fights are kind of money grabs. They're set up for
Hmm.
you. They're set up to grab money, not actually to be for anybody to actually, care about the fight. But this particular fight, I feel like I'm interested in it because he's fighting
I want to
somebody.
see that shit.
Yeah, he's fighting somebody who I wanted to see fight each other for a long time. I used to play
Yeah.
like Fight Night on Xbox and stuff, and I get on there and start playing Fight Night, and I put Roy Jones versus Mike Tyson. As soon as they put Mike Tyson on Fight Night, I was like, oh yeah, let's do this. I had Roy Jones fighting Mike Tyson. I had Muhammad Ali fighting Mike Tyson. We were any and all.
Legends against
Yes,
legends. That
yes,
that
yes.
that gap. That
I didn't
gap.
care nothing about them other losers on the game. Just the main legends. I put the George Foremans in there, the Sonny Listons. I put them all in there. I said, get in there and let's fight. I didn't
Hmm.
care about all the other stuff, man. This is what I wanted to see fight. If you were a new boxer, I apologize. I just didn't care about you.
Hmm.
I don't want to see at that time. I think it was like Lennox Lewis. I don't want to see Lennox Lewis fight Muhammad Ali. I don't want to see him fight Mike Tyson. I want to see Tyson fight Roy Jones. I want to see him fight like Muhammad Ali or something like that. That ultimate fight. Who's gonna win? You know.
Yeah.
So I definitely was like, yo, let's do this deal.
See now, this is what my situation was when the first Nintendo came out. It came out with the game Super Mario Brothers. It came with the game. My cousin got that, and he was a fan of Mike Tyson. And then Mike Tyson Punch-Out came out, and he lost his mind. And I'm sitting over there playing. I was like, I want to play, because I didn't have a game system. I'm playing his game system. And he said, I'm ready to play Super Mario. Well, I'm ready to play Super Mario. He said, no, 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 no. Try Mike Tyson's Punch-Out. He forced it on me. And I never got the chance to get to Mike Tyson. I got my ass whipped. But I remember some of the characters, Soda Pop McKenzie, King Hippo, Don Flamingo, Ball Bull, the Great Tiger or something like that. He was an Indian dude. He was a bad motherfucker.
I think that the struggle. I think in 2020, the struggle in playing that game would be getting to Mike Tyson. But I think at this point,
Yes.
everybody knows the buttons to get rid of Mike Tyson. At this point, it's like, oh yeah, just AB like up left. Okay, got it. Like the button situations you need to press to get rid of Mike Tyson. It's the lead up.
The game.
It's that lead up to Mike Tyson. Shoot.
Yeah, because you mess around and you get up there and you get knocked out. Was he called Lil Mac or Lil Joe or something like
Well,
that?
I think it was little Mac. I think it was
Little
Lil
Mac.
Mac. Yeah.
But yeah, but I remember that tune. Doo doo, doo doo, doo doo. Doo doo is and you doo 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 doo. It makes you want to fight, and then it goes back down doo 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 doo, and it goes into the drop. And so you be right, but you be getting your butt kicked if you don't know how to play games like that. Boy, I feel sorry for you. I feel your pain because I don't do boxing, but that was the game. That was
Oh
the
yeah.
shit. I put Super
That's the
Mario
game.
ass down. I hit his ass with a mushroom. Like, shut the fuck up.
I mean, well, that's also one of the first times we had a black representation in games. You know,
Mm, that's a good point.
yeah, that was the first one
I
of the
don't
first
I
times
don't
we had
even
black representation in games. We really don't have a game that early that represented black people or a black person in general that we kind of was like looked up to or had any type of you know you know
you
culture.
gotta be a bad motherfucker to have a game named after your ass. Mike Tyson's Punchout. Doom doom doom.
And you know from
I
there we
remember that
had
shit like yesterday.
from there we had other titles. Muhammad Ali got his own boxing game at one point. Evander Holyfield, of course. George
Uh-huh.
Foreman. I think the only game that was actually like really really worth it in the realm of boxing was between Evander Holyfield's and Mike Tyson boxing games of having their own boxing game. Besides the fight nights and the King of the Ring type stuff, that we used to have back in the
Mm.
day. But yeah, I think that was about it. You get on Sega Genesis, get on Nintendo, and you play those games. That's what you had.
Don't make me jealous. I had a Nintendo. Everybody had Sega Genesis and all the new iPhones and all that shit. They had everything that was new. They had all that. I had the crusty ass Nintendo, and I didn't even
Well,
have that at
my
first.
my brother had all that stuff, man. When I came into the world, and
It
so
was like, hey,
I
come
used to.
come come
So
enjoy, play some games.
well, no, it wasn't like that. It was
Oh,
let me sneak in there and play some games when he not there.
oh, it broke my heart.
But
You
he
broke
had.
my heart.
It wasn't like, come
Yeah.
on, let's go play. Like later on, he started letting me play games. But like, I remember it took a long time, man, to let me go in there to actually play a game with him or whatever, or like even play Nintendo and Atari and all that stuff. And then he had like the
Damn, you went to the Atari. You said Atari. God
oh no,
damn.
we had systems in there, man. We had all kind of systems.
I didn't even have an Atari.
My brother had all the different types of Atari, ColecoVisions. He had the
What the
printers.
fuck?
He had the printers and everything that went to the Ataris and all that stuff. The printers that went to all these different machines, Commodore 64s, um,
I
all
don't
that
even know
stuff.
what that is. A
Commodore
Commodore
64
64.
was actually a computer.
Uh,
That it was it was like a big keyboard, and you
uh-huh.
plug up your television and everything to the back of it, and then your television was a full computer from the keyboard. And they
Cool.
had they had these games or these cartridges you put them in for different types of things, different types of processes. So like if you wanted to deal with like writing a paper or whatever, you put this in. If you want to deal with this, play this game, you put this in. So he had cartridges and everything else. He had his own little connection. But hey, I'm gonna be honest with you. I used that Commodore 64 when I was in fifth grade to get work done. Okay,
Heard on that.
so I didn't I didn't have the computers at that time like like that. I was Commodore 64 was my first computer, and then schools started giving us computers like we could start using them. They gave
How
us like
far we've come.
yeah, they started giving us like a Macintosh Apple. And I
Mm,
remember I had one of those at home from school. That was cool. But and
I ain't never get no computer from school.
all I did was play Oregon Trail on that bad boy. Oregon Trail was the game. But but back to the topic though, man. I mean, I just feel like this fight is gonna be real interesting. The whole card to me is kind of funny and kind of interesting because all right, so there's this YouTuber named Jake Paul, And every time I look at something from Jake Paul, I don't necessarily like it. Let me rephrase it. It's not that I don't like what's going on in his videos. I don't like
he doesn't like you.
I don't like what he does as a human being. Like one point there was this one video with Jake Paul where he was walking around. I know you've heard of this place before, or maybe you haven't, but this place in Japan. It's a forest in Japan. And in that forest, it's pretty much called a suicide forest. People go to the forest and they commit suicide, like all the time.
Damn.
And it's something about that forest that makes people go and commit suicide when they visit the forest.
Well, I guess it's called Suicide Forest. So you know what? I feel like I'm gonna go kill myself. Let me go over there.
And so he's doing his YouTube videos, whatever, but he records the dead body he finds on the YouTube video for views, for pleasure, for that kind of thing, and it was just sick. I was like, come on, man.
Well, yeah, okay, if I would have known that asshole, I wouldn't necessarily want to watch his clips either.
Exactly.
I don't like snuff shit.
And then when we did he's like a millionaire. But when we had this Black Lives Matter protest and so forth going out, we caught him pretty much looting.
What, is he stealing from the graves or some shit?
I'm saying he was looting during the Black Lives Matter protest. He was walking through the mall, breaking shit, taking
Stealing shit.
Yeah. And they said that
motherfucker.
Now, I'm gonna say this apparently was allegedly what he was doing, because they said that he said that was not him in the video. But the problem with him saying that wasn't him in the video is the person who was videotaping it was the person that was in his crew. And the person it was somebody who looked just like you, sounded like you, but you said it was not you during any looting. But it damn sure looked like you in that video. And it sounded like you in that video. And you had, your cameraman was the one doing the video. So I doubt it wasn't you in that video, you know? So I don't necessarily care for him as much. Because you as a millionaire shouldn't be looting the streets or tearing things up like that.
Just having fun.
And he tried to say,
I can do it.
Yeah, and then he tried to say, well, I didn't do it, but I was out there, but you don't see me doing anything. The only thing I did was watch other people do stuff. That's not the case, man. Let's just be honest.
It wasn't me.
You wasn't sitting around just watching. You know? And so,
yeah,
I don't really like Jake Paul because of those.
He sound like
he don't really sound like
ass motherfucker.
Yeah, he don't necessarily sound like he got it all upstairs. He sounds kind of real shady. He look like that's what he appears when I deal with him. What I see, it seems real shady.
People hey, they'll steal your shit and help you look for it. Like, have you seen my phone? No, let me help you look for it.
Yeah, like one of those people. Like I can't trust that, man. And so that's what I look at when I think about Jake Paul. But what I love is Jake Paul is fighting in this undercard for this Mike Tyson and Roy Jones Jr. fight. Jake Paul is fighting in here. And he's fought other YouTubers before. You know, I don't really care enough to know if he's won fights or lost fights. Don't really care about that. What I do care about, what I'm excited about, is he's supposed to be fighting Nate Robinson. Now, if you guys don't know
where your money is,
yes. If you guys don't know who Nate Robinson is, Nate Robinson is one of NBA's greatest six men of all time. My opinion, and I don't really care if it's in your opinion. He is one of the great. I'm just gonna say it. Nate Robinson is one of the greatest six men of all time. He's 5'9", winning the slam dunk contest 3 times in a row, beasting, just doing amazing stuff. So I definitely stand behind this whole situation.
About your opinion.
No, I don't. I do not care about anybody's opinion on this matter. I don't care. Feel how you want to feel. I really,
get,
really, really don't
yeah,
care.
get out. Yeah, get out your feelings.
I think that Nate Robinson is gonna put some hurt on somebody, man. I'm all
Mama
for this.
said knock you out.
I'm all for this, man. This is I'm
I
really
might even
excited.
tune in to watch that.
Yeah, I'm happy. I want to see Nate Robinson succeed. You know, really
Hmm.
because Nate Robinson been doing stuff for years, and he's a tough cat. He got to be a tough cat. But, you know, he's 5'9", man, and you're going against these guys who 6'5", 6'3", 7 foot, and he just get battered. You know, but he's still out there just destroying them, making them look
He
bad.
went up on somebody's legs and dunked on their
Yeah.
ass. So it's like that shit was crazy.
the dude,
That motherfucker ducked up under like that. How bad of a motherfucker? You jump up, he ducked up under your ass. That's worse than getting a
No,
thing
I
full
don't
of
think he
nuts in
dunked him
your
on. I don't think he
face.
dunked on that. But he damn sure went for a layup. You know, and he damn sure scored it. But my whole thing on it is he's a beast. He's a beast in this game in basketball. He's a beast in it. And a lot of people say basketball players have the best stamina for boxing. Because of how hard they work and everything else, you know, and you know, their bodies are built better for as far as they can be quicker on their feet. They got the stamina, and I think he's tough enough to do some
Agility too.
yeah, I think he's tough enough and just the right person to do some
Duck
real
on your
damage.
ass.
So I saw him training and so forth, and I think it's gonna be good, man. I think it's gonna be real nice to let Nate Robinson punch and hopefully knock out Jake Paul. I'll be so awesome.
I want to see this shit.
Yeah, I
If
don't.
you're as interested as you say you are, then I want to see it too.
Yeah, I'm fully interested in this whole situation, man. Because at first I was like, yeah, I want to see Roy fight Tyson, and then it was like Nate Robinson is going to be fighting, and I was like, okay, cool,
Coming up next,
that's awesome.
Sunday,
I like the fight
Sunday.
that yeah, I like the fight that Nate Robinson is going to be fighting. That's awesome. Wait, he's fighting Jake Paul. Oh, this is even better. Oh yeah.
Ooh, yes.
Fighting Nate, fighting him. I'm like, oh yes.
Victory is mine.
Just knock him out. Just whoop him. Just whoop him. Whoop him for us, brother. Whoop him for us.
Whip his ass. He needs to be corrected.
Oh yeah. So I mean, I'm happy about this fight, man. I'm into it. At first, I wasn't too into it, but now that I get to see a little bit of other people in there fighting, I'm good. Now we just need, now we just need to get one or two celebrity fights in there that we don't necessarily, need, but I'll watch it if it happens.
Celebrity death match.
Yeah, that'd be some
coming
cool.
to pay-per-view.
There's some celebrities I definitely want to see fight. Just fight and stop feuding with each other. I want to see Kevin Hart fight Cat Williams. I want to see it.
Oh shit!
Even though I know I see Cat Williams get beat up by that 12-year-old, but I still want to see Cat Williams fight Kevin Hart.
Honey boo boo, okay, let's go. You want to do this? Let's do. Look. First of all, I'm not playing this shit. It's real talk right now. Between hold up, honey boo boo, hold up.
Nah, you should know he challenged Kevin Hart to possibly a fight one time before.
Man, hold up.
It never really happened.
Hold the fucking phone. Kevin works out. Sexy, and I know it. I work out. Kevin works out. Goddamn, that motherfucker got choked out by a little bitty boy. Man, what boy? That'd be a good fight. I'm sorry, Cat. You lost that before you even started the battle.
I think that Cat Williams might lose that fight, but I do want to see the fight though. Just because I feel like they need to fight and get it over with, Instead of hearing about like how he thinks that Kevin Hart took his career from him and so forth.
No, that little boy,
Forget all that, man.
took his
Fight
career
for
from
it.
him. That's what took his career from him. That little boy.
No, I don't think the little boy took his career. I think the little boy just took his soul a little different.
Get off me! Get off me!
That's just a
Damn.
little different.
Was I
man.
dreaming? Was I dreaming? Did you just piss on me?
It was it was bad. But you know, he said he was super drunk though, man. But I don't know if he was super drunk or not. But you don't lose a fight to a 12-year-old.
Soccer?
You can't be drunk at all. You got a point. But you can't be drunk at all and lose a fight to a 12-year-old as a grown man.
Well, he's half grown. About that size there.
No. He still was taller than that boy. I'm sorry. He was still taller than that boy.
Oh, well, damn. I stand corrected. Viewers, excuse me.
But yeah, I mean, I just want to see him fight, man. I think that they ought to definitely have some
fight and get that shit over with, or fight for the rest of your goddamn life. You know, come back. You know, y'all can make a little bitty belt that fits around y'all little bitty ass waist, and then goddamn, you can hold it up like
or
WWE champion.
Or you know what? Like if I made a movie and I had actors who was having problems, I would also build a ring or octagon or something like that. Say, hey, listen, I know you guys are mad at each other right now. We're gonna solve this. I want you guys to walk on in there over there and just fight it out. All right?
Cage match.
We do a nice little cage match. We got the rules here. Let's get this anger out. Let's get it over with so we can get back to work. You know.
I'm about to goddamn go Dudley Boys on his ass and be like, 3D!
It's time to get back to work. I'm about
to put his ass through a goddamn table and then get back to work.
Yep. Let's do that, man. We gotta get back to work, man.
All right, so you know what? Check this out. Thank you for listening for a while. We're going to take a quick break.
All right.
If you like, follow, subscribe. Holla at your boy, King E and CP. Let's go.
Little intermission. We'll be right back.
Yep. Hey, yo, 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 what's going on? We got the host with the most, uh, King E, and I'm known as CP. Welcome back. We're glad you're listening. Um, the next topic is by any means necessary.
That's right, y'all.
By any means necessary.
All right. So today's topic is about, well, our from any means necessary topic. It's about this boy who, in no other words, no other shape or form, is a hero. All right. So this boy's name is Bridger Walker. All right. Now Bridger Walker is 6 years old. Okay, but Bridger Walker saved his, I believe, 4-year-old sister or 3-year-old sister from being attacked by a dog.
Damn.
Um, he got his in the process. As you see in some of the photos here, he got his face mauled. Um, fighting off the dog and saving it from his sister. That is definitely somebody who, by whatever means he can do, he's going to take care of his sister. And from
Tighten
what
that damn dog up.
from what I remember seeing about it was his he pretty much stepped in front of the dog before it got to his sister, and the dog attacked him and so forth. But he was able to kind of fight and push off the dog and kind of get some, and but all in all, he fought and saved his sister, and I thought it was really cool what this little kid was doing at 6. He was like he looked at it as he didn't want his sister to die.
Dire strengths.
He didn't want his sister to die. He was like, hey,
It's not
I'll
going
die.
down.
He was like, I'll die, but not my sister. That's crazy to me. That somebody at that age can have that mindset that, I'll sacrifice myself for you. Especially at a young age, man. That speaks into a lot of character that you don't hear about or see about from people, even when you're older. I've seen people, I've seen boyfriends, run away during certain situations and leave their girlfriend sitting right there. Are they
You run
husband? Are
too
they
fast,
wife?
I'm gonna clip you.
When the shooting start,
Yeah.
they don't make sure their girlfriend are right. They be like, I'll see you in the car.
I'm out. Girl,
you know?
you better take them heels off and run your ass off. Nah, that shit is crazy. Nah, I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna make sure my baby is secure. I'm like, look, go. I'll stay here. You go. I'll distract them. You go. Anything by any means necessary, you go, because you still got your son that you need to watch. So
it's
let's
like
get it.
it's like he was like, yo, I got this. Get the safety.
Yeah.
I got this, and I think that's crazy. And that shows amount of maturity and this love for your family and your sister. That I don't know, man. I feel like
Bravery.
in bravery to all means. Bravery, man. That's just crazy.
Cheers to the 6-year-old. Cheers to the 6-year-old.
Yeah, salute, man. Salute, Bridger.
Mm-hmm.
That was amazing. To go
Right
out like
side.
that and help your sister
Salute.
like that, man. That's really, really amazing. That's a big thing to do. A lot of celebrities been reaching out to him, like Chris Evans, who was Captain America in the MCU movies and stuff like that. He reached out to him. He sent him some gifts and things like that. I know Robert Downey Jr. He his name's not even Robert Downey Jr. anymore. It's Tony Stark, but it's Iron Man. But no, he sent.
He said no. Iron Man sent you to see Iron Man. He probably lost his shit. He
I
probably
thought you
went
were
ape
dead.
shit. Iron Man sent me some shit. What?
But he's getting gifts and things like that and shout outs and so forth from different celebrities. But
I hope they're gonna give him some money to get some skin grafts on his face.
Yeah,
Something.
I don't
Pay some
know.
medical bills.
I don't know. I'm looking at this and it looks bad, but I don't know if I think it's healing. I think it's going to heal. Is how they're looking at
Uh-huh.
it. So I don't know if he needs it or not. I guess they have to wait until after he heals to see what happens. He's 6 years old, so he can actually grow out of it.
Aftermath.
You know, at a young
Oh,
age, you can grow out of scars. You know, then before
yeah.
you get 13 or whatever, you can't. You stuck with it.
Yeah.
But you know,
Yeah.
younger, you can kind of grow out of stuff. So I mean, he's at 6, so he's still growing his face. He's still growing his character and so forth. He seems he got this really strong character already, man. But I'm proud of
Hey,
him, man. He did
and
what he
it,
had to
yeah, I'm proud of them too. And you know, on down the line, the saying goes, chicks love scars.
do.
They
I don't
love them. She
know.
was like, how did you get that? He'll be our age and be lying like, yeah, I was in Vietnam. Like, shut up,
No, he doesn't
you
have to lie
dumbass.
though. He doesn't have to lie. You can get the girls saying the same thing. You can get the girls who like, yeah, I saved my sister from being mauled when I was 6 years old by a dog.
So
That's cool
fellas,
enough.
pay attention.
That's cool
So
enough.
fellas, pay attention. Quit lying to these girls because you fucking it up for other men.
But no, I mean, but do stars even do anything now in 2020 to whip women? Especially when you're 30 years old, you don't really. Women don't care about scars at that point.
I know some women that do.
They be like, "Oh, he
I
got a
don't know them
scar."
anymore. I don't know them anymore, but yeah, I got my wife now. You know, ring on the finger. Anyway, yeah, I don't know them women anymore, but they love some scars. I was
Man, I
like,
don't
what is
know.
that on your neck? What is that on your neck? I
I
was
don't
like,
know,
don't
man.
worry about it.
I think we grew out of scar love, man. I think we grew out of scar love. You
So
know,
what's the new hot topic? Earrings, piercings, tattoos. What's the new
I don't know.
scars? What?
You know, I get surprised when women actually say something about my freckles. Be like, "Oh, I like your freckles and everything." I'm like, "Oh, okay." I
I
get,
like freckles.
but I get surprised because I don't even be honest with you, man. I look at my face every single day and I don't even see the freckles. I guess because I'm used to it.
Mm.
I don't even see the freckles. I don't even know I even
Man,
have them. I pay attention to them. I
man,
completely skip
I
them
got
when I look at my face. I only look at like my skin, making sure I don't have no no bumps or nothing like that. You know,
uh,
no bad problems, no bites or nothing like that. But
yes.
yeah, I'm not looking at it. I'm not looking at it for
Well,
that.
I like freckles. I get sexually aroused when I pull up into the Wendy's driveway. She
And
got
you
that
know what?
red hair
I
and she got the freckles.
but no,
Man, what?
I look at that too. Man. Like when a girl has freckles, I do look at it. I'm like, okay, but then I'm looking at it from outside perspective, and I forget that I even got freckles until somebody says
Okay.
something to me. So I guess
Now,
yeah,
you
freckles
say,
are nice.
yeah, so let's say I like freckles just, dabbed on. Just dab, just dab. I don't want to see freckles where it look like somebody sneezed on your face. Like, and it's just all here.
I don't even know,
But,
man. I don't think it even matters, man. I don't think it matters. I think people like exaggerate
different
freckles.
strokes for different folks.
My mother tells me that my freckles are going to get bad when I get older, and I'm like, I don't care.
So,
I don't think there's a problem with
exactly.
freckles.
We said that shit at the same damn time. Like, I don't care. And I was like, so?
Yeah, it don't matter.
Yeah.
Nobody
No,
cares.
it doesn't matter.
But besides our freckles, we're gonna give a last shout out to Bridger Walker
Yeah.
on saving his sister, showing everybody what a hero
Salute.
looks like. Yeah, salute. Showing everybody what a hero looks like at a young age. Little Superman. And that's
Yeah.
gonna be it for us, guys. We're gonna go ahead and get out of here and call it a show. Call it episode 6. We appreciate you guys, taking the time to listen to us. We really, really appreciate it. Make sure you guys are tuning in and listening to us on Spotify. Please listen to us on Spotify. Listen to us on Anchor FM. Listen to us whatever podcast app you have. We're on it at this point. Listen to us on it. If you're on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, whatever. Whoever has a podcast network or podcast station or online a possibility app, whatever, we're on everything. We want you guys to go out and take a look at it and just try to involve yourself in our process and support us as best you can. We we do appreciate it, man. What we're doing is anything we give out, part of it's going to charities to help out Black communities. For those type of charities, we're not just giving money to like Red Cross and everything like that, because that doesn't go into our communities. We're giving stuff that actually goes into our communities. We found our foundations who actually are doing things and making moves for us. So please, please, whatever you can do to support us, you know, whether you buying our merchandise, whether you listening to us on Spotify after we finish throughout the
Yep.
day or out the week, on YouTube, whatever it may be, however you may be, pay attention to it, like, follow, subscribe, make sure you guys are cutting that bell on YouTube so you know when we get on. Whatever you can do to help us out, it benefits us hugely. So we want to say
Very
thank you
much
to the
so.
people who have been doing things, people who've been buying merchandise, who've been buying our shirts, who've been buying our mugs, who've been buying our tote bags, who've been buying everything we got going on. Whatever you may be doing for us, just please do it. Just listen to us. Add us on Spotify, follow us. The Shelter Uncut podcast. Okay, please. That's what we asking for right now. That's our biggest, thing right now. We want you guys to listen to us. We want you guys to follow us. We're on so many different networks and so many different, podcast affiliates and so forth. And we really want you guys to take a moment and just, you know, 15 minutes out your day. Give us a listen. Give us a follow. And we're going to make things change. That's basically it. Um, Guys, we do appreciate you guys. That's it for us for today. We're going to go ahead and call it a night and end this podcast. By the way, yes, the last episode was our very last episode we did on Mixer. Mixer is completely finished now, so we're not going to be doing any more podcasts, streaming any more podcasts on Mixer anymore. But we're still streaming on Twitch, on Facebook, on Africa TV, Good Game, Nemo TV, DL Live. I mean, D Live. We're still streaming on so many different platforms. Just find us on something, search for, the Shelter Uncut podcast in Google, and it'll take you somewhere to, look for that beautiful logo right there, nice shelter, and just, get in touch with us, man. Follow us, hit us up on our Patreon, add us, subscribe to our Patreon. That's our biggest support. That'll help us out tremendously. All right.
Yep.
All right, guys. That's it for me. I'm done. CP.
Like, follow, subscribe. Make sure you wash your hands.
Please.
Peace up. A-Town down.
All right.
Holla back at you.
We're out.
Yep.